Hi guys, Smithical here, and welcome to the 5th round of the XRL GP3 season, and today we're in Catalonia, Spain. Just going back to the last race, we finished in 2nd position. That means we've got two second places in a row now, China and Bahrain, which is obviously very good, but we want to now win our first race of the season, and hopefully we've got a good chance at this track. It's a track I like, it's fast flowing, and I think I've got a good opportunity to win here. I like the track more than China, so yeah. As we're going to start our qualifying lap now, let's see how we get on. And we're going to now run down towards turn 1. And I brake about the 100 metre board. I don't go up to 8th gear because I find it a bit awkward shifting down 5 gears. So I keep it in 7th as we run now round turn 3. And I find it very easy to understeer there. So you've got to keep it, like, bring the car out then in as we go into turn 4. And not bad so far. We're green in the first sector by only 3500s, I believe that is. And now running out of turn 5 onto turn 6. And another turn I find quite difficult, but that's how it goes. And then again another one, it's very easy to drift out wide into the gravel, and we keep it in the white line, so we've done a pretty good job. And as you can see, with 3 tenths up in the second sector, so we're looking pretty good. But now this is the hard bit, the twisted technical section of this track. We've just got to keep it together now, and we should beat our lap time if we don't make any mistakes. But this is the hardest bit now, the chicane, which we get right. We took that chicane pretty well, and we're going to come towards the line now. We should beat the time. It's going to be interesting to see what it is, and it's a 21.7, which puts us about a tenth behind our teammate who got pole, which again, you know, obviously I wanted pole, but to be fair, qualifying second again just shows our good performance in qualifying. Me and my teammate, we had a little practice on the weekend, and we had pace. I did a 21.6, was my personal best around this track, but I can't really complain about that lap I did. It was a pretty good lap. As you can see there, I'm moving the wing up to 4 just because I feel a bit more comfortable with 4 on the front. I actually did a bit of a race practice, and I actually felt quick in the third sector, so I don't think I'm going to lose much performance with running a little bit higher aero this race, because obviously, you know, it's more aero based, this track. And we're going to get off the line now. We put it straight up to Rich. As you can see, we're sort of gaining a little bit on Indigo, but not really too much, although we got the inside line. But then we brake early, and I don't know if you can see there, but I felt like I got a tap. But I looked on Samster's footage, and he didn't tap me. And there, I thought it was clear to see that we got a tap. But on Samster's video what I watched the other day, he didn't touch me, so I don't know what was happening with my screen and his screen or whatever. But as you can see there, we actually overtook Mr. Indigo as I was rambling on about lag and all that. So we've just got to keep control of this race now. We're going to be under pressure from our teammate, but if we can keep our cool and try and break the DRS, then we might have a good chance of winning this Grand Prix. But be sure Indigo's going to put on a bit of pressure, and we're just going to stick it into lean now for this tight and twisty section. We actually broke away. If you're wondering where Indigo is, he pitted on lap 8, so he pitted early. But we was under a little bit of pressure, but he didn't really make a move, so that's why we're still in first. As we're going into the pits now, and we're going to put on the prime tyres. Now, I just wanted to get these primes out the way. I mean, you could argue, oh, why didn't you start on them then? But we'd have lost a lot of positions, and I'm very slow on the prime, so I think it was the best bet to pull him on in the middle stint, which we did. And as you can see, Silver Arrow came out ahead of us, but he already started on the prime, so that's why he's ahead. NMR Mr. Indigo, we just got ahead of him, so it was a good job we pitted on lap 9. And hopefully now we can make a gap to Indigo, but you know, it's going to be difficult because he's on relatively similar pace to us, maybe a little bit quicker. And here we are now trying to get past Silver Arrow, and no disrespect, but it should be pretty easy as he's on old worn prime tyres. and we're just going to get in slipstream and get the DRS, and we should get the move done halfway down the straight. And yes, we do. So we're in first position now. Skip on to lap 24, and we're going for our final stop. Nothing really happened. The only thing that happened was NMR Mr. Indigo got stuck behind Silver Arrow, and the dirty air took him out wide and into the gravel. I can't remember what turn it is, probably like turn 8, turn 9, so yeah, disappointing for him, but hopefully maybe he might be able to claw back a decent result. As you can see, speed, but as he's pitting, so we've got ahead of him. So we didn't get hauled up in the pits, which is obviously good, but Rapids actually undercutted us, and he was actually closing us down at the end of the second stint. He closed a couple of seconds, so he did a good job. But hopefully now we can close this race out, and which we did. On the first stint we actually were saving quite a bit of fuel, which probably helped us in the end, because maybe he had to save fuel, I'm not really sure. And we're going to come home now for our first win of the season, which was obviously pretty relieving at the time. I mean, last 4 laps it was under pretty good amount of pressure in terms of just didn't want to bin it off the road, but we managed to keep it on the road, which was good. And also pleasing that we closed the gap to speed, although it's still about 20 points. But hopefully in Monaco we can close the gap a little bit more. We've just got to practice hard on that track because it's not one of my favourites. So yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like. And until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you in Monaco, and goodbye.